Today's show is pre-recorded.
Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like a dapper dawn, giving them all dressed like $1 million bucks, diamond things in its cups. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Oh, yeah. Everybody out there listening to me, put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Steve Harvey, Steve Harvey, why don't you join in? Steve Harvey, come on, y'all. Better give me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Why don't you join in with me? If you're with me, help me say, turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on, yeah. Turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. So y'all can hear me morning. Turn it up. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Yeah. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Turn them up, got to turn them up. Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Got to turn them up. Steve Harvey turn them on to the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You are listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey got a radio show. Man, oh man, oh man. It symbolizes just one thing to me, man. It's just a constant reminder of exactly how good God has been to me over the years. And I thank him for it too, because I realize every day that I wake up that I would be nothing without him. That everything I am that's any good in me, I owe to him. Now, have I made some mistakes along the way? Yep. Bunches and bunches. And will I continue to make mistakes along the way? Yep. Not as many, hopefully, as I have in the past, because a lot of stuff I know better now, but you're still going to make mistakes. Now, hopefully I've limited the amount of intentional errors in my life. I've wiped quite a few of those out. But from time to time, because we're human, we're going to make a mistake every now and then. The trick with it is, y'all, is not to let the devil deceive you into thinking that once you make that mistake, that's it. You can't do it. You've fallen off the wagon. You can't reboard it. That's the biggest trick that he uses. He makes you think that if you keep stumbling, that you can't run the race. It kind of reminds me of a marathon runner. From time to time, I watch them on TV, and you'll see some people who finish the race, in a nice pace. You see people finish the race sprinting towards the finish line. But every now and then, you'll watch a marathon, and you'll see a runner, and the runner is in really, really bad shape. The key is they finish the race. See, you don't get disqualified in the marathon because you stumble. They don't take your opportunity to finish the race because you keep falling. That's not the key. The key is finishing. And a lot of times what the devil does is he makes you think that because you keep stumbling, because you're swaying from side to side, that, you out the race. Well, that's not the case. And in this thing called life, let me help you understand something. Everybody falls. Nobody sprints to the tape in this one. Nobody just runs free and clear. There's some people running faster than you and all like this, and some people going to get to the end before you. Let them go ahead. And when the end come, the end come. I ain't in a rush to get to the end. But in this race, though, when you're stumbling and you're falling, it's a part of it. No one gets through this race without stumbling and falling, swaying from side to side. So don't let the enemy deceive you into thinking that it's over. I try to be encouraging to people because I don't want people to get stuck on this thing, and my walk is very different from a lot of people's walks. And then I know a lot of people who walking in faith the way I'm walking in faith. But my thing in the morning is just to remind those that it's not a perfect walk, man, that it's not something that's set up where you're going to be skipping through life scot-free without any pitfalls. I keep saying it over and over and over again because, like I said, when I was in D.C., my boy Hondo said this to me, and it just kind of stuck with me, that the road to success is always under construction. You have to figure and count on the setbacks and the pitfalls, but it's those people that fight through will be the victors in the end. You cannot give up, man. Stop going somewhere and sitting down every time something goes down. It's going to go down. It's a part of it. It's going to happen. It's going to occur. There are going to be setbacks. If you go and sit down every time there's a setback, that's not how this works. It is designed that way. If success were easy, everybody would be successful. But success is just reserved for those who are willing to fight through, who refuse to settle for mediocrity, who want something more. Now, don't get me wrong. Success is defined by each individual. So what I may consider to be successful, you may not consider that. What Bill Gates considers successful, I might not consider. What Michael Jordan considers successful, I might not consider. What you consider successful, your boss might not consider. You have to define what that is for yourself. It may not be monetary at all. Your level of success could be tied up in community service. It could be tied up in family. It could be tied up in the church. Your level of success could be tied up into boys clubs. It could be any number of things. Whatever your level of success is, you have to determine what that is. And the best way to determine that is to get in touch with your maker who created you, to find out what your mission and your purpose is so he can put you on track. I just had this conversation with my son, and we were talking about getting on the path that God has set up for you. So many times we find ourselves fighting through life because of so much uncertainty, because we have no idea where we're headed. It's like one of my sayings that I have at my mentoring camp for boys is that a boy without a male role model is like an explorer without a map. See, if you don't have a map laid out in front of you of where you're going, when you wake up every day, that pretty much explains the feeling of confusion, the lackadaisical attitude, the lack of purpose, the not understanding your mission, because you have not gotten in touch with your creator to find out exactly what your path in life is. What are you supposed to be doing? The moment you can identify that is the moment that you get started waking up with purpose, with the sense of direction, when you kill the sense of I don't know what's next or what to do. Now, there's going to be some confusing moments no matter what happens. There's going to be some uncertainty, but at least you'll know where you're going. So if you're tired of waking up feeling lost, abandoned, confused, don't know what to do, don't know what you're supposed to be doing, refer back to your maker. Because when he created you, he had a plan for you. When he created you, he had a path for you. Now, we've made some decisions to get off of both of those, the mission and the path, but God can get you right back on track. Do that today. Ask him what you're supposed to be doing and listen. God has all the answers if you form the relationship, okay?
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. It's the start of the morning show. Steve Harvey on the radio. Everybody need to get it together so you know it's time for us to get started. So let's go. Yeah, I would have failed miserably as a rapper. Yeah,
That was pretty good, though.
Yeah, I don't even like it though. I don't even like it.
Yeah, you were rhyming.
Yeah, I don't like I don't like having to keep that little thing. Don't you know that I ever see you? Everybody want to be you. I don't like that. Yeah. That's not for me. I'm not good at it. Now, some great ones out there, but it's not for me. Good morning, everybody. Shirley Strawberry.
Morning, Steve.
Carla Farrell.
Good morning. What's up, crew?
That doggone junior boy.
Morning, everybody in the building.
And the fool, nephew Tommy.
Yay, yay.
Yeah. Well, morning. How y'all doing? What's happening?
Hey,
Man.
same thing as yesterday.
Didn't do nothing yesterday. Didn't do nothing.
Man, this tree growing though.
What? Oh, you're watching it. The progress,
Yeah.
Junior.
What kind of tree is it, Junior?
Big old green one.
He don't even know.
That's all I can tell you right now.
How's your neighbor, Junior? How's your neighbor?
Oh, you know what? We're gonna have to kill that. I did the fruit thing. Yeah, the fruit was back on my side. I said like a good neighbor. Then he said, "Well, I'm here." So
Somebody came through.
Yeah, she do have a dude. Okay, well.
Oh.
Yeah, I laid the fruit over there like a good neighbor. Junior here, he put it back on there with another note. Said, "Well, I'm here." So
He slid it back under the
yeah.
Well, at least he ain't eat it.
Nah.
He could have ate it.
So got some more fruit in here. I'm good.
Junior,
Moving on.
Junior, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Just me and you talking now. How long has she been staying across the hall from you? Since she been over there?
Nuh-uh, just about a week.
Oh, she only been there for a week.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, well, you didn't give her ample time to scope out the situation.
I just went for it. I've been in here.
That 3 days felt like 3 years, didn't it?
Man.
No,
That's what
no
quarantine
reward, Junior. That's right.
Quarantine, love it.
Step out on faith, baby.
I did.
Yeah, Shirley. I love it.
Well, good thing it wasn't number fruit.
Yeah.
Like what else?
Could have been some steaks.
Yeah.
Could have been a lot of stuff.
Well, you slipped that love note under that dough. That would have been a little.
Yeah.
Yep. It was great
Yeah,
advice.
and your
I'm still
advice
going
is
to use
good.
it, though.
Really good, Steve. Well, you sound good today, Junior, though.
Oh, I'm great. I'm good. I'm in here. I'm crazy right now. I know.
Trees
We
green.
all are, brother.
And
Man.
We all are.
What does that mean, sir?
Huh?
Tommy, how are you holding?
I need
Fix it. Fix it.
I need a vacation with just me. I
You're not
need.
fixing it. You're not.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
No, that's
that
true.
sounds crazy.
No, well,
Just, man, let me go
I feel the
fishing,
exact
something,
same
just
way.
You see me?
fishing, golfing. Let me do all that in one
I
weekend.
very rarely agree with him, but I do on this one. I need vacation by my damn self.
All right, listen, coming up at 32 minutes after the hour, we're going to do some Ask the CLO, the Chief Love Officer, Steve Harvey, in the building with your questions right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, time now for Ask the CLO. We have some good questions from SteveHarveyFM.com. If you have some questions for the CLO, please feel free to write us. This one is from Jess in Hollywood, Florida. Steve, it says, my boyfriend and I are in our mid-20s, and sometimes he is not able to perform unless he watches porn first. Last night, we were being intimate, and he was really into it. Then he called me his ex-girlfriend's name. I didn't say anything because I didn't want him to stop. It was his best performance so far. Apparently, thinking about his ex-girlfriend kept him in the mood. Do you think he secretly still wants his ex, or is this just something that happens from time to time?
Well, I got a couple of ideas here from you. You said that he only gets excited unless he's watching porn. In your 20s, that's dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
That's dangerous because I very rarely hear that from a guy that young. Very rarely do I hear that. So that's kind of odd right there. Him calling, and he only gets excited. Now you're having your best performance, and all of a sudden he calls his ex-girlfriend's name. Now, the question you need to find out is his ex-girlfriend a porn star?
Oh, really?
Just got real, huh?
Yeah.
See,
I didn't
that,
think about that.
that has possibility
turn.
written all over it.
Okay.
Maybe she in one of them movies that get him real excited. Other than that, I don't know how long you all have been dating, and I don't know how long you can continue to accept being called the other girl's name. I don't know how long that's allowable, but I think you should have brought it to his attention so that he is aware of it and he can start working on it if it's serious. But I don't think y'all's relationship is going to go nowhere, because if you got to have porno to turn you on in your 20s, the rest of your sex years is shot. Man, damn, dog. Because in my 20s, I needed nothing. I just needed cool air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that, just ready,
It
just
take
walking
long.
around ready.
Did the wind blow?
Either one of these. That right there, hot. This right here, hot. Don't matter.
Yes.
Hot. Hey.
I could in my 20s. You hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where you want the
Okay,
couch
we're
at,
moving
baby?
on, Shirley.
This is from Tony. Yeah. This is from Tony in New Jersey. I have a problem with my lady friend. I'm a bodybuilder, and I get a lot of women trying to holler at me in my DMs, and they send lots of nude pictures. I'll show my lady the pics, and we laugh at them together. I found out the other day that my lady also gets nude pictures of men in her DMs. She clicked on a message by mistake, and I saw the picture of a naked man. She has never mentioned this to me. She said she hates the pics, and she immediately deletes them. But why does she keep it from me? Should I be concerned?
Well, you know what, dog? See, hold up now. When you showing naked pictures, y'all laughing,
Kikiing.
you know. So now all of a sudden this ain't funny to you no more. See, dog, you got to be careful what you introduce. I don't know what your ass is showing your girl naked pictures of other women for. I really don't know, man. I'm confused about that. Normally, that you're inviting a hailstorm into your house when you do that. So I don't know what that was. But then she gets men sending her naked pictures too. But she ain't mentioned it to you.
Yeah, he
Because
wants you to
guess
share 'em
why?
with him.
Because she know. Look, you done wrote a letter. See, you see a picture, your ass done wrote a letter.
Y'all watching together, you just kick in.
Yeah. See, partner, so she already know it's a problem.
And
And
he's
you-
a bodybuilder? Woo.
Come on, man. Come on.
All right,
So,
Steve.
yeah, it's not a problem that she might be messing around, but maybe she just didn't feel like dealing with this, because you done wrote a letter into a national radio show. You show
All
her
right.
her pictures, y'all just laugh.
Anonymous in Tennessee writes, I've been married for 5 years and my mother lives with us. I'm a diabetic and I've been sick a lot lately, so my mother has assumed the role as my full-time nurse and caregiver. This drives my wife crazy. My mother told my wife that she's been taking care of me all my life and it's not up for debate. My wife isn't having it and their constant arguing stresses me out. My wife works long hours and my mom is here when my wife can't be. So in a way, my mom is right. I'm stuck in the middle. Please help.
No, your mom isn't right.
No.
She's not right.
Right.
Your wife is the queen of the castle. There's only one queen in a castle. It might be some damsels, it might be some other people at work, but it's one queen. And your wife is being rooted out by your mother, who's obviously taken some liberties with you that your wife would like to be able to do. Now, the fact that you sick, bro, I can't do nothing about that. Feel for you. I don't know what you're supposed to say to somebody with diabetes. I don't know. You don't send condolences.
They ain't here today.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jay was here.
Well, I don't know what you say to people who got diabetes. I don't know what to say, like condolences or something.
Condolences?
I
Are you
don't know.
kidding me right now?
I don't know what to say to him about the sickness, But your mother is not. She may have been taking care of you your whole life, but this your wife, dog. See, you said vows to your wife. Now, if your mother is there because you can't provide for yourself, I don't know what it is, but she lives with y'all, and it's creating a problem. She didn't marry you to live with your mama. Now, I don't know how sick you are, dog, but if your mother just over there because she won't just keep an eye on you and check on you, then you got to change your living arrangements. Now, if you incapacitated in some way, then your wife going to have to work with your mama a little bit better, but your mama going to have to back up and let your wife be the queen of the castle. Your mama's not right. Sick. And dog, now you don't sleep with your mama, so you're going to mess around and hear that in a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, go in there and sleep with your mammy. You're going to hear that.
Don't say that. All right, coming up next, the nephew in the building with Run That Prank Back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, Miss Ann is standing by with today's national corona news update. In entertainment news, Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott threw a party over the weekend in the middle of a pandemic. In other entertainment news, the ratings for the Lifetime movie The Clark Sisters were huge. We'll talk about all of these stories at the top of the hour. But right now, it's time for the nephew to run that prank back. What you got for us, Neff?
Sonny, we gonna wax that ass. That's what we gonna do.
Goodness.
Say it for me, Carla. Wax that ass. Say it, Carla.
No. Oh, no.
Come on, Carla. Don't be scared. Let's wax that ass.
Come on.
Let's go, cat dog.
Hello?
Hello, I'm trying to reach Owen, please.
Yeah, this is Owen.
Hi, Owen. This is Ramon. I'm giving you a call. We're just confirming your appointment at 11 on Thursday, and I wanted to make you're a new client, so we wanted to make sure that you were okay.
Wait a minute. Appointment for what?
You have a spa treatment scheduled at 11 on Thursday. You did receive a spa treatment from your wife for Christmas?
But I don't remember being set up for anything or any appointment.
Well, she's made an appointment for you for 11 o'clock on this coming Thursday. I'm just calling to confirm that you would definitely be in to the salon.
Well, I thought this was like a couples massage or something like that. So what is the treatment all about? What do you guys, I don't understand.
Well, she's got you signed up for, let me look. She's got you signed up for us to actually wax your back and your buttocks on Thursday. And we actually have a special that we have a manzillion, which is a Brazilian.
Wait a minute. Wait.
We have a manzillion.
This isn't for real.
Sir, we have you lined up for an appointment. If you don't want the appointment, please let us know.
Wax my back and my ass. Get the hell out of here. Manzillion? What the hell is a manzillion?
Your wife has set you up for a back and butt hair removal, which is waxing. And what I'm saying is a manzillion is if you would like that, we would remove all the hair from your private area as well.
Yeah, try again, man. There's no way I'm getting my private wax. What, so I can be hairless? Like a no way. Get out of here.
Evidently, if your wife has set you up for this, maybe she's not into all. You evidently have a lot of hair on your back, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'm a hairy guy, but she's never said anything about it. She likes it. She calls me her little gorilla. She loves it.
Well, maybe there's a mix of communication because this is the thing she's asking us to do is to remove your hair.
Yeah, no, that's not happening. And if she's going to have to tell me herself, and there's no way I'm going in to have somebody rip the hair off my back and my ass and my privates. You kidding me? Get the out of here. This is crazy.
Sir, this is a very professional procedure. It won't take long. We'll have you in and out within 45 minutes. But you're gonna
45 minutes. It's gonna take 45 minutes to rip off all of this hair. That sounds like torture. You kidding me?
Okay, sir.
No. I think we're done.
What do you mean we're done? We're not.
I'm going to tell her to get a refund
You're not. No one's getting a refund. Okay, there's not going to be a refund. Now you're supposed to come in at 11. This is something that she wants you to do.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. Listen to me. I am not getting waxed. That's not something a man does. There's no way I'm doing that. If this is for real, I'm going to have a talk with her as soon as she gets home. Because no.
Sir, right now, you are disrespecting my profession. That's what you're doing.
Okay, look, I don't know what this is all about. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody, but there's no way I'm doing this. All right, I'm not getting it back. No, there's no way.
Okay, so evidently your wife wants it, or she wouldn't have purchased it from us to have you come in and get it done.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna have to talk to her about that. I mean, if there's something she wants waxed, you can wax her private. That's cool. But a man has hair. I mean, it's.
Well, if she made an appointment, then she's serious about getting it done.
Yeah, well, I'm serious about not going. So, I mean, I don't know how I can explain that to you. I'm not coming in. You can reschedule it for somebody else. I'll talk to her when she gets home, but that's it.
Well, your wife has paid $200 for this procedure.
What? Did you say $200?
Your wife has paid $200 for this procedure.
Yeah, no. She's going to get a refund. You guys are.
No, this is wait a minute, sir. Sir, Owen, this is non-refundable. So there is no money coming back. I will let you know that.
$200 bucks? There's no way. You got to be kidding me. To take hair off of my back and my $200 bucks?
Sir,
you know what?
This is a very reputable spa here.
I don't care. I'm gonna go to the dollar store and get a pack of razors for $1, and she's gonna do it herself. And I'll give her $10. If she's good, I'll give her a tip. That's the $5. $15. I'm done. I'm shaved. $200 bucks. There's no way. There is no way we are paying that money, and you guys are keeping that money. There's no way. Okay, do you understand? There's no.
No, there's definitely not there is not a refund, Mr. Owen. There's definitely not a refund.
Mr. Owen, who the are you? There's no way. And I'm going to talk to
you
about
Ramon. I am Ramon here at the spa, and your wife came in and purchased this wonderful gift for you for Christmas.
Ramon, I don't give a Ramon, listen to me.
Now. You're not respecting my profession. You're acting
Look, I'm not trying to disrespect you, but I don't care about the profession. There's no way. That's robbery. Charging somebody $200 to rip off hair off their body? There's no way. I'm just not doing it. And I'm going to talk to her. She's going to do it herself.
I'm pissed because you're disrespecting my profession and you're not coming in at 11. You're supposed to come in at 11 so we could wax your back and your butt, and now you're saying no.
There will be nothing waxed. I'm not coming in at 11. I'm not coming in ever. She's going to take care of this. So you don't have to worry about it, Ramon. I mean, all respect to you, but no.
I need you to know that, Mr. Owen. There is no refund, okay?
I mean, this is ridiculous. I don't even know why I'm talking to you.
Your cousin Peter, have you spoken to him lately?
How the do you know Peter?
Peter got me to call you. This is nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by you just got pranked.
Get out of here. I knew this was. There's no way. Idiot. Oh, man, he's going to get it.
I got to ask you something, man. What is the baddest, and I mean the baddest radio show in the land?
Steve Harvey Morning Show. No doubt.
How I do.
Crazy. King of pranks.
Stupid is stupid. And if that wasn't stupid enough, me and my partner in crime would be live with our third show tomorrow. That is the T&J Stay Home Comedy Virus Comedy Show. All right, go to my YouTube. You can hit me up at the Nephew Tommy EXP. That's the Nephew Tommy Experience. And you can catch me and Jay with our Stay at Home Comedy Show. Man, I can't wait to get on stage. God.
All right, nephew, thank you. We'll be watching tomorrow. Coming up at the top of the hour, entertainment and national news right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, police stopped by Dallas Cowboys Dak Prescott's house, and this was after they got word that he was throwing a party during the coronavirus pandemic. Police said they stopped by and they were unable to verify if he and Ezekiel were partying with 30 people, which is a clear violation of the Texas stay-at-home order. Dak posted a picture from the event that showed a table set for only 10 people. So they
That's how you
busted
do it, Dak.
Yeah.
Send that picture out. That's how you do it.
The police talking about they couldn't verify.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not
Well,
supposed to do that, Dak.
We can't have parties. You
know what? I don't understand. I don't even say why we mad at two football players throwing a party. We got pastors having church.
Yeah. I'm mad at them too.
Yeah.
So, the two football players, I damn near understand. They young, they single.
And rich.
And
Man,
they ain't
them
working.
boys, man, they ain't busy right now. Man, let's do something. I'm about to go crazy. You coming over? Yeah, bring on. Yeah.
Social
Yeah.
distancing.
Yeah. Yeah.
gotta
And that
take
one,
it
bring that one
seriously.
too.
And they came. That's the thing. People came. Yeah. You got to take this stuff seriously, people.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Stay at home. All right, in other entertainment news, the Clark sisters, first ladies of gospel music, their movie was just incredible. It was the highest rated Lifetime movie in 4 years, so congratulations to them. 2.7 million viewers watched it, and just shout outs to all the ladies. Karen Clark Sheard Sheard's daughter played her.
Played
And
her
then-
mother, yeah.
Yeah, and then Ingenue Ellis, who played Dr. Maddie Moss Clark, just exceptional. Exceptional. Yes, she was. She just really was. Steve, you got to make sure that you watch it before the week
Yeah,
is over.
man, I got to go. So, well, I just got Hulu today.
Oh,
I
okay,
mean,
look
yesterday.
at you.
Well,
Love Hulu.
Got Hulu
Love
yesterday.
Boy, got Hulu.
Yeah, I never knew what that was, but you can watch. Of course, I ain't telling y'all nothing, but you can watch shows that was on already.
That's right, you can.
New ass news to me. Me and my wife sitting up here going, "Wow, you can do that? Yeah, baby, you're not coming in here like I know something. Yeah, go ahead and get it downloaded. Yeah, do that. Yeah, use my thing on there. Don't even know what that is.
Password.
Yeah, and also big ups to the three ladies who backed it financially and put it together: Mary J. Blige, Missy Elliott, and Queen Latifah.
Yes, sir.
I think it was really deep of them to reach back and go to from their roots.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
all them girls from the church, man, they know.
Right.
They
And
know.
the Clark sisters, they were executive producers too. You saw
Yeah,
that
they
at
were.
the
They were.
credits. So the
Yeah.
Clark family too, they did their thing too. Dr. Holly
my
Carter.
God.
Man, that movie was out.
It was really good.
Bravo.
It was really good. I just love their mother. I have so much respect for their
That's
mother.
great, man.
Oh.
Yes.
I knew it was time. I heard the Clark sisters. It was time to clean up. That's what I knew.
Can I get a witness?
Yes.
I'm gonna do my life story on Lifetime, and I want you to just play yourself.
Oh,
I thought you were going to say
No,
playing
I'm
you.
playing you.
No, I want you to have you play yourself as a baby.
No.
Now he's gonna play it as a baby. We gotta go.
Pop team?
Time to get caught up on today's
Playing
headlines,
you.
Steve.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ann Tripp.
And good morning, everybody. Yes, this is Ann Tripp with the news. Let's get right to it. Former Vice President Joe Biden now has the backing of his last primary rival, Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders. And unlike the last time, Sanders told Biden that the big picture for the party and the nation is what's important and that everybody should get on board right now.
I am asking all Americans, I'm asking every Democrat, I'm asking every independent, I'm asking a lot of Republicans to come together in this campaign to support your candidacy, which I endorse, to make certain that we defeat somebody who I believe is the most dangerous president in the modern history of this country, a president who downplayed this pandemic, who ignored the advice that some of his people were giving him.
Sanders, Biden, and many others blame President Trump for first disbelieving that there was a coronavirus, claiming the Democrats made it up. Then he claimed it was under control. Then he waited, they say, for about a month to do anything about it, resulting in the thousands of American deaths and the currently hobbled U.S. economy. Many mainstream Democrats blame Bernie Sanders for Trump's winning the White House in the first place. Authorities say that one of the sailors who tested positive for the coronavirus aboard the USS Theodore Roosevelt has died. 4 other sailors from that very same Navy ship ship testing positive and hospitalized, and about 600 sailors on that ship have tested positive for the virus. Very serious. Former Fox TV host Bill O'Reilly being criticized over a remark he made recently to Sean Hannity about the thousands of people all over the world who've died from coronavirus. The still very, very popular conservative TV talker describes people who've passed from COVID-19 in a rather matter-of-fact kind of way. This tape courtesy of Media Matters.
Many people who are dying both here and around the world were on their last legs anyway, and I don't want to sound callous about that.
You're going to get hammered for that.
I mean, a simple man tells the truth.
Well, people have taken to Twitter calling O'Reilly callous, a joke, and a lot of other least flattering names, okay? There are more casualty numbers resulting from Easter Sunday's tornadoes in the South. Authorities in Mississippi reporting at least 11 deaths, a lot of injuries. At least 8 people died in Georgia, 9 in South Carolina. Storm deaths also reported in North Carolina, Tennessee, and Arkansas. And finally, this always happens. A motorist in the UK the other day, okay, he was stopped for speeding. He tells the cop he was trying to outrun the coronavirus. Yeah, this guy driving at 130-mile-an-hour clip actually said that he thought that the faster he drove, the less chance he'd have getting what the virus. I don't know. People are so silly. I don't figure it out. Now back to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, Idris Elba, who himself tested positive for COVID-19, voiced a poem. It was called Don't Quit. It was by John Greenleaf Whittier for a promo to spread hope during the pandemic. And here's some of it. Take a listen.
When the funds are low, but the debts are high, and you want to smile, but you have to sigh.
I didn't take this virus seriously until it's all this.
When care is pressing you down a bit.
We wanna need you.
Rest if you must, but don't you quit. Life is strange with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns.
And many a fellow has turned about when he might have won had he stuck it out. So don't give up though the pace seems slow. You may succeed with another blow. Often the goal is nearer than it seems to a faint and a faltering man. Often the struggler has given up when he might have captured the victor's cup. And he learns too late when the night came down how close he was to the golden crown. Success is failure turned inside out. It's your silver tint of your clouds of doubt. And you never can tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems afar. So stick to the fight when your heart is hit. It's when things seem worse that you mustn't quit.
Very good,
Well,
Steve.
Yeah, that was
See that,
great.
Junior?
That
Now,
was
Junior,
great,
you
Miss-
see that?
That was great,
That's
Miss
poetry.
Steve, but
No, I've
Junior is
never
here.
known that they had an author to that poem.
Yeah, John Greenleaf Whittier. But Junior's
It's
here.
always been I've never heard that. It's always been author unknown.
But
I've
Junior's
never
here,
heard
though.
that. Wow.
I'm just saying, Junior's here though.
Come on,
With his poem.
You just crushed him with that, though.
He did.
Junior is here.
Well, how I'm gonna come behind that? Well, come
No,
on.
no, I didn't.
Well, this is
I
how I'm
didn't.
gonna do it. I know that poem you just quoted, called "Don't Quit." Well, this one I wrote called "I'ma Quit." By Junior. Come on. This the one I came up with.
Yeah.
I'ma quit thinking someone is coming over, 'cause they ain't. I'ma quit thinking I'ma go start a hobby, 'cause I ain't. I'ma quit running to the door thinking every delivery is for me, 'cause it ain't. And I'm not gonna wait around for the guy in D.C. to be more passionate, caring, thoughtful, understanding, or give a damn about minorities, 'cause he ain't. The end.
All right.
Yeah, I like it, Junior.
You getting better.
Junior.
I wanted to boo you, but you were getting better. That's
Well,
good.
Carly, you know what? I
He
got
closed
time
it out
now.
right.
That
I
was
got
good.
time
Close it
now.
out.
See, I'm in here. I got time.
You in the lab. You write your poetry.
It's coming.
Yeah.
I want you to write about that tree. Write about that tree that's
That's the next one, Tommy. I'm gonna write one about this damn tree.
Yes, sir.
So you have something to do during the quarantine.
Yeah.
All right, coming up at 34 minutes after the hour in trending political news, President Trump used the task force briefing to defend himself. We'll talk about it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
In trending political news, the president defended his actions, but he seemed very angry during yesterday's pandemic task force briefing. The president tried to rewrite history when he gave his response to the coronavirus of why, he started late when everybody's accusing him of starting too late. Dr. Fauci was there to explain to the press that the virus warnings timetables. The president can't take criticism. We all know that. He went on the attack against the media, CNN, New York Times, and even Joe Biden. It is clear that the president of the U.S. is using the daily coronavirus briefings as a campaign rally. I think we can all agree to that. Yeah. Because he's on TV every day, and this is his time to do that. He also showed a campaign rally-style video to defend himself. It appears that the president simply refused to acknowledge any of his mistakes. Well, yeah, he always doubles down. He never acknowledges it.
Can we have these briefings without him? Just the doctor and the other people, and he ain't even got to come out. We don't need him to come say nothing.
No, he's gonna stand there because this is his make or break moment. This will define his candidacy right here, candidacy, because this is one of the biggest things that has hit the globe in a long time.
Yeah, and he has the advantage because he is a president. He does hold these briefings. Joe Biden doesn't get TV time like he does, So.
Well, this is the election for Trump, and he knows that.
Yeah.
He knows that people are going to vote now based on this pandemic.
Based on this whole
period.
Exactly.
And speaking of that, Wisconsin looks like, remember last week when they were standing out in the weather with their masks, social distancing, they still had to go vote in the primary. Well, it looks like the primary, Joe Biden won that primary in Wisconsin.
Come on. It's over. He ain't running against nobody. That's it.
Yeah, Bernie
officially endorsed Joe Biden, saying that we need you in the White House, Joe.
Look, man, this has really gotten to a point now. He has to do something because what he was touting as the best economy in the history in a long time. I mean, just in the history, is now turning out to be the worst economy. Now, is this worst economy his fault? No, it isn't, because of the pandemic. But it's happening under his watch, so you got to eat this one. Now, he is not about the business of taking any blame for anything. We've seen this over and over and over. Yeah, and you can see him and his party slowly making the twist and the flip and the spin. Remember the dude that used to be on Fox, Bill O'Reilly?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. The spin factor.
The spin factor. They're brilliant at this, man.
Yeah,
and that's what they're doing now.
Conservatives are calling for the firing of Dr. Fauci. Come on.
Why would you get rid of him?
Because this is the one brilliant guy that's really being honest with the public. But if your honesty goes against what the president is saying, they gonna get you out of there, man, because you got this guy looking bad. But he's the smartest person in the room. Because that's what he did, though. He did exactly that.
He went against the president when Dr. Fauci said on Sunday that, of course, if we did mitigation earlier, that would have saved lives. Well, that's common sense.
Yeah.
That ain't going against nobody.
We all know this.
Yeah.
But it made the president look bad because he's already fighting the accusations that he started too late. He didn't react. He called it a hoax and all of that. Then when Dr. Fauci,
But it's not an accusation. He started too late. There's footage of him saying it's a hoax.
All over the place.
He joked about it. Yeah.
We're going to be fine, people. We're going to be fine.
Yeah. When April comes and the weather gets warmer. Yeah. All of that. Yeah.
Well, it's April.
It's like the flu.
Yeah.
It's a flu.
No, it ain't like the
flu. For crying
flu.
out loud, it's a flu.
Yeah.
No, it ain't like the flu.
Well, you can go to Steve Harvey FM on Instagram and Facebook if you want to comment. Coming up next, it is the nephew with today's prank phone call right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today. The subject, I have 2 perfect boyfriends. We'll get into it.
Wow.
Go, girl. We'll get into it coming up.
Wow.
But first, it is the nephew with today's prank phone call. What do you have for us today, Neff? I can't wait.
I'm in that 2020, Cheryl. I'm in that 2020 twin. This one right here is, don't leave the house again. Don't leave the house again. Don't do it. Let's go, Kat.
That's simple.
It's just that simple.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm trying to speak to Angel, please.
This is Angel. Who's this?
Angel, how you doing? My name is Randall. I live in the apartment building that you live in. How you doing today?
I'm doing okay. Something wrong?
Well, we got a little bit of a problem. I know it's a lot going on right now, with the virus and all, but it's been brought to my attention. I talked to the doorman, and he was telling me, you're the only person I've really seen going in and out of the building. Where exactly do you work, if you don't mind me asking, Miss Angel?
I actually do mind you asking. Can you tell me why you're concerned about where I work and where I'm going?
Okay, so here's the deal. We all concerned about, this whole virus thing. I'm noticing you going in and out this building every day. Every day you going in and out, and I noticed that. So I asked the doorman about you, and he said something about that you had to go to work, or you got one of those jobs that you got to be there or something like that. I don't know, but
yes, I'm an essential worker. But wait, so where did you get my number from?
I asked around to a few of the neighbors that live on your floor, and I just told them I was concerned. I wanted to talk to you about it. So my problem is this: we're trying to keep this whole apartment building safe, but you going in and out of it does not make it safe for us. You kind of need to stay at home right now until all of this is over with.
Are you telling me what I need to do? Is that what
I'm telling you what
right
you
now?
need to do in the safety for the apartment building. That's what I'm saying. You don't need to leave this. You don't need to leave the house no more.
Ooh, I am not the one today. Listen, unless you are going to tell me that you are going to pay my rent and my bills and take care of my daughter, you need to mind your damn business.
No,
I can come and go as I damn well please.
No, you're not finna keep bringing. See, that's my problem. And see, that's the attitude I don't like. See, if you coming in and out of this building, we don't know if you bringing something in here or not. That's the problem I have with this, and that's why I'm calling you right now.
Okay, do you have a problem with eating food every day? Because I work in a grocery store. Do you have a problem with making sure that the shelves are stocked?
You work at the grocery store.
I do work at the grocery store.
So you around all them people, and then you coming back to this apartment building?
And I'm also around all the food that you probably eat. What's your point?
The point
unless
is
unless you're hauled up in there eating canned tuna from 2 years ago, rice and beans, I'm pretty sure your food came from the grocery store. So essential workers like me are crucial to keep those stores open.
Listen. I understand, but as far as I'm part of the team that controls all the people in the building as far as the neighbors are concerned.
I think you misunderstand who you might think you are to me. You're nobody to me. You're just a neighbor. You don't control anything. You don't control where I go, who I go with, when I go, when I come. You don't control any of that. So I don't know what you think you might control. But
let me say this. End of the day, you need to keep your ass at home until this is over with. That's it. That's not. You're gonna make me say.
I'll be waiting for you. I'll be waiting for that check for the rent and for my bills. So when you slide that underneath the door, I'll do as you please.
I'm not coming nowhere near your door. I'm not coming nowhere near your.
Exactly.
Look,
and you
let me say this here. If I see you leave the building again, we're not letting you back in.
You have lost your mind. Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding you, because we see, this is the attitude I don't like. Is somebody not taking this seriously?
I don't care what attitude you don't like. I pay rent here. I have always paid rent here, and me and my daughter live here, and we mind our business. You weren't going to tell me when I go and come and when I'm going to get into my own apartment. Get out of here. What is wrong with you?
Listen, I'm gonna say this to you. If you're not gonna abide by what I'm telling you, then you already know it's you and your daughter Christy up there. I would have both of y'all
sorry,
move.
excuse me?
I will have
Sorry,
you and
could
your
you
daughter
just-
Christy move. What?
Okay, I don't know who the you think you are talking to, but I know you are not saying my daughter's name. You need to mind your business. Me and my child are my business. You and whoever is your business need to stay the over there and leave me and my family alone. I cannot believe you up in here talking about my kid. Are you out of here? You lost your mind. You must have lost your mind. What unit did you say you lived in?
I didn't say what unit I lived in. I didn't say that.
Okay, well, go ahead and tell me. Since you got so much to say, since you got such a problem with my attitude, okay, well, we can have a conversation face to face. How about that?
Whatever. While you was at work the other day, I already talked to Christy.
While I was at work, why the do you know my work schedule?
Because I see you when you leave, but I talked to your daughter Christy when you left the other day.
Okay, all right. So this is clearly a problem. You got me up because you need to mind your business, and I don't ever want to hear anything about you saying anything near my daughter. You clearly have it up.
Okay,
You
but
hear
your daughter Christy is the one that told me to call you.
I'm sorry, what?
Your daughter Christy told me to call you. Matter of fact, she told me to prank call you. This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Angel, you just got pranked by your daughter Christy, girl.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Ooh, y'all got my blood pressure all up and shit.
It's a joke, Angel. It's a joke, baby. Your daughter Christy got me to prank you, baby.
Okay, y'all ain't right for this. I'm gonna get her. Ooh, okay. Ooh, this is not the time for this bullshit. Somebody gonna you up, Tommy. People are on edge right now. This is not the time for these games.
I'm trying to loosen up the edge, Miss Angel. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to loosen
Oh
up
my
the edge.
goodness.
Tell me this.
Yeah,
2020, baby. 2020. What is the baddest, and I mean the baddest, radio show in the land?
the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
And there you have it. Don't your ass leave this house. Don't leave this apartment building no more. Yeah?
That is so current. You're doing COVID-19 pranks, dog?
Why not? Why not?
You proud of your nephew, Steve?
Everybody, Uncle Steve, everybody at home. Everybody at home.
Don't leave her.
You're going to be pranking your behind off.
What I'm supposed to do? Everybody there? So, you know.
Well, we have to shout out to the grocery cashiers. They be
Oh, you know what? And I did that. Yes.
We appreciate you so
Big
much.
ups to everybody at the grocery store. Big ups to everybody, man. Even people don't think the teachers are working. The teachers are working too now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
They are. They had to go back. My girlfriend had to go back on Monday. Yeah.
Yeah. Lesson plan and everything. Yeah.
Yep. Lesson plan and everything. You're right about that.
And guess what, Carla? Tomorrow.
Yes.
You're not a good homeschool teacher. That's tomorrow.
You pranking educators too?
No. I'm pranking mamas at home. You're not a good homeschool teacher. Y'all ain't ready for it.
I'm not.
Tell you what,
I know I'm not.
The nephew is back in stride. Tomorrow, the T&J Coronavirus Stay-at-Home Comedy Show hosted by yours truly and J. Anthony Brown. It jumps off tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch us at my YouTube channel, The Nephew Tommy EXP. That's the Nephew Tommy Experience. Catch me and Jay tomorrow acting a damn fool. We got comedians lined up, and you will enjoy the Coronavirus Comedy Show. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, nephew. Can't wait. Coming up, Strawberry Letter subject. I have 2 perfect boyfriends. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And if you need advice on relationships, sex, dating, work, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now.
I think it's time for this right here. She has been chosen again this year as one of the most influential women in radio for 2020 in on-air category by Radio Inc. magazine. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Shirley Strawberry!
Tommy.
And now to the Strawberry Letter.
Thank you, sir. That was cool. Thank you.
Congratulations, girl.
Thank you. Thank you,
Go
Radio
girl.
Radio Inc. magazine. Thank you, guys. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Blessed. All right, subject. Wow. Subject, I have 2 perfect boyfriends. Dear Steve and Shirley, I am a 49-year-old divorced woman with 2 grown children. 2 years ago, I prayed that God send me a real good man and life partner. I was dating with a purpose, and I had a list of non-negotiables and must-haves. 6 months into praying and dating, I met the most incredible man, and he checked off 9 of the 10 boxes on my list. He lives in a different state, so either I visit him or he comes to see me twice a month. I was praying, but I wasn't being stupid enough to put all of my eggs in one basket. I kept dating men in my hometown. Shortly after I met the first guy, I met another really incredible guy that lives in my city, and he too checked off 9 of the 10 boxes on my list. I've been seeing them both and having the best time. I was waiting to see if one of them would switch up and change so I wouldn't have a hard time dumping one of them. But they have both remained consistently wonderful, and I can honestly say that I love them both. I have 2 of the best relationships that a woman could dream of. There's no drama, no arguing, and no issues. I know that I'm the only woman that they are seeing and have keys to their homes. I have keys to their homes. I want this to work, and I even jokingly asked both of them about a polyamorous relationship. They said that would be great, but only if they could have more than one woman. They both talk about marriage and how long they have searched for a woman like me. I can't decide which one would make the best life partner. I don't want to hear a lecture about how I am playing 2 men because men do it all the time. I'm having a lot of fun, but I need to stop playing before they find out about each other. How can I choose one over the other? Well, now, aren't you just living your best life? Well, many women, I'll say this, complain about not having or not being able to find one good man. And here you are with 2 good boyfriends, perfect boyfriends. And how convenient that one of them lives out of town. I mean, how convenient is that? One lives in town and one lives out of town. So, there won't be any cross-pollination or anything going on in your life. You're right about, I can understand that. You don't want to hear a lecture about having 2 boyfriends because, yes, men do it all the time. And no one says anything, huh? But guess what? You're not a man. And there is a double standard when it comes to this. There is just a double standard in the world. But hey, have your fun while you can, okay? Because this isn't going to last forever. You've already said you need to stop before they find out. You've asked them about a polyamorous relationship, and they liked it, but only if they could have more than one woman. And I gotta ask you, did that make you think or feel anything like, while you're out of town, especially you're out of town guy, and while you're out of town with him, maybe, what's he doing when you're not in town? Maybe he might be doing that anyway. It's just a thought. But to the question of choosing one over the other, I just say only you can make that choice. You have to make that decision. Ask yourself these questions. Which one puts you first? Which one's actions lines up with his words? Which one can you depend on the most? Who treats you like a queen? Who do you think will be a good father? Those are kind of the things you think about when you're trying to, choose a life partner. So, which one supports your dreams? So if one of those fits all that criteria, then, you know which one that is. And like I said, only you can make that choice. Steve?
Yeah, well, I have 2 perfect boyfriends. I normally don't do this, but I'm going to start at the bottom of the letter. How can I choose one over the other? First of all, let me say, I'm having a lot of fun, but I need to stop playing before they find out about each other. How can I choose one over the other? Well, I really don't give a damn. I really don't. I really don't give a damn about this problem that you wrote in that you're having. This is a problem you created yourself. And you're having fun. And you don't want no lecture. So what you write me for? I don't give a damn who you choose. I don't give a damn who find out. But I tell you what I will do when we come back, though. I will tell you something in here that you didn't write in here, but I'm going to inform you about something about men, sister. Because once you play this game with men, you messing with somebody who play this game for real. Men are not as smart as women, but we all ain't really that damn dumb, though.
Hello. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You just need to tell you that.
Say it one more time.
Men are not as smart as women, but we ain't really that damn dumb, though. And you need to understand that, sister. And it's in your letter, and I'm going to give it back to you when we come back.
All right, Steve, we'll have part 2 of your response coming up at 23 minutes after the hour. Subject of today's Strawberry Letter, I have 2 perfect boyfriends. We'll get back into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, come on, let's recap today's Strawberry Letter. I have 2 perfect boyfriends.
Like I said, after I read the bottom of the letter, I'm having a lot of fun, but I need to stop playing before they find out about each other. How can I choose one over the other? And I said before we went on break, I don't give a damn. I don't care which one you pick. I don't, because y'all see, and how can I choose one or the other? Like I said earlier, women are smarter than men, but men ain't that dumb though. And now I'm finna walk you through this letter and show you what I'm talking about. Now, you're 49 years old, you divorced woman with 2 grown children. Here's what I don't care about this lady. 2 years ago, I prayed that God send me a real good man and a life partner. I was dating with a purpose, and I had a list of non-negotiables and must-haves. 6 months into praying and dating, I met the most incredible man, and he checked off 9 of the 10 boxes of my list. He lives in a different state, so either I visit him or he comes see me twice a month. God answering your prayers. I was praying, but I wasn't being stupid enough to put all my eggs in one basket. Pump your brakes. You mean to tell me now that you prayed to God for something, God gave it to you, but now you don't trust God? Now you think God needs some help from you? You think that your decisions is better than God's decisions? That's what you think? So after you've been praying all this time, Lord Jesus, Father God, I wasn't stupid enough to put all my... What you really said was I wasn't stupid enough to just accept that one prayer as being answered. So this is what you did. So I kept dating men in my hometown. You've been praying to God. So if he sent it to you, he perfect. You added this complication. You drug this other man into this after God gave you what you asked for. But I'm finna show you something now. Shortly after I met this guy, I met another really incredible guy that lives in my city, and he too checked off 9 out of the 10 boxes on your list. Now, one of these men is from God. The other one is from you and your greed. Now, I'm just telling you what I see in this letter. I've been seeing them both and having the best time. I was waiting to see if one of them would switch up and change so I wouldn't have a hard time dumping one of them, but they have both remained consistently wonderful, and I can honestly say that I love both of them. Congratulations, lady. I have 2 of the best relationships that a woman could dream of. Okay, all right, cool. There's no drama, no arguing, and no issues. Now, here we go. This is why I'm finna teach you something. I know that I'm the only woman that they are seeing, and I have keys to their homes. Well, listen, you got a key to the man's house that's out of town. That's the one God answered the prayer for first, and you You added the second one. You got keys to a guy's house out of town? Okay. You got keys to a guy's house locally? Okay. That don't mean that's his only place. I know a whole lot of dudes got two places, a home and in a fully furnished apartment. You might have a key to the fully furnished apartment. I don't know, I'm just saying. But that you got keys, that don't prove nothing. I want this to work, and I even jokingly, now here where you finna learn something. I want this to work, and I even jokingly asked both of them about a polyamorous relationship. That foolishness. They said, now here we go. They said that would be great, but only if they could have more than one woman. What? Wait a minute, lady. You pray to God for something, he gives it to you. You introduce another man on top of what God gave you. Then God gives you a great relationship, and then you throw some of your own mess in the great relationship and say, I asked them both if they want a so what is it, Shirley?
Polyamorous.
I don't even know what that is, foolishness. That's why I don't even learn stuff like that.
Like an open relationship, more than
I want
one.
a polyamorous relationship. They said it would be great, but only if they could have more than one woman. Somebody don't care about you. Because now I'm finna teach you something about men. A man that really, really loves a woman don't want to share.
Not at all.
The woman I love can't be in another man's arms. That's too much. So somebody, because you've introduced something on top of something you prayed for, you've introduced another relationship. Now you got these two perfect relationships, and you want to introduce them to one another, but they don't know about each other. And you ain't jokingly, you fishing. And now they said they'd be great, but only if they could have more than one woman. You missed that? They both talk about marriage and how long they have searched for a woman like me. I can't decide which one will make the best life partner. I don't want to lecture about how I'm playing. I ain't going to give you no lecture. But this going to blow up in your face because men do it all the time. And don't it blow up in their face all the time? This going to blow up in your face. So have a lot of good-ass fun because you can't pray for God to give you something, then he give it to you. Then you act like you going to double down on that to cover it. Or you don't know what a blessing is.
All right, thank you, Steve. Post your comments on today's Strawberry Letter at Steve Harvey FM on Instagram and Facebook. And check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand.
Bye, Shamika.
Now, coming up
Felicia. Yeah.
Coming up in 46 minutes after the hour, NASCAR driver Kyle Larson appears to be having some difficulty because he said the N-word. We'll talk about it when we come back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
NASCAR driver Kyle Larson has some big problems, guys. He's 27 years old. He said the N-word during a virtual race on Easter Sunday. Larson, who drives the number 42 car during the NASCAR Cup Series, was competing in an iRacing event. It was streamed live to thousands of people on Twitch. Now, after crashing during lap 6, Larson apparently had a difficult time communicating with the other drivers, and that's when things got bad. He said, "I can't see it. You hear me? Hey, N-word," Larson said casually. Another individual involved in the race said to him, "Kyle, you're talking to everyone." But Kyle Larson, whose mother is Japanese American, was a member of NASCAR's Drive for Diversity initiative. Two major sponsors have just cut the ties with Larson.
Was it any black people that was driving? Who was he talking to?
His crew, his guys,
he was talking
the
to
other drivers.
The other white people, to some more white people?
Yeah.
It was a lot of people, Tommy. It was thousands of people.
Well, who
so
was the N-word is what I'm trying to say. Who was he talking to?
You know
he thought he was just talking in his apology. He thought he was just talking to his crew. But he was informed by some other people, Kyle, everybody can hear you.
They can hear you, bud. That's
and
what they said.
So then he issued, do we have the apology that he issued?
Let's take a listen. Here it is now, Steve.
Yeah, I just want to say I'm sorry. Last night I made a mistake and said the word that should never, ever be said. And, there's no excuse for that. I wasn't raised that way. It's just an awful thing to say. And I feel very sorry for my family, my friends, my partners, the NASCAR community, and especially the African American community. I understand the damage is probably unrepairable, and I own up to that. But I just wanted to let you all know how sorry I am, and I hope everybody is staying safe during these crazy times. Thank you.
You're gonna bring up Corona?
COVID-19.
He in trouble. He gonna throw some Corona in.
I hope everybody's staying safe.
Well, let me say this.
He's got suspended too.
He got suspended from NASCAR?
Yes, NASCAR has suspended him. The iRacing team suspended him without pay.
I have so many bigger things that I'm dealing with right now. It's out there in so many public veins now. But I don't. His apology, he can save it, because I don't like people that say, "I said a word that should never be said. It's an awful thing to say." But you said it though.
Yeah,
So if it should never be said, where it come? You wasn't raised that way. Well, where it come from, then, partner? I'm not saying your parents did it, but you picked it up somewhere on something. So
and bring us the keys to that car.
I got more comments after this.
All right, we'll talk about it. Part 2 coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Okay, so Steve, when we left, we were talking about NASCAR race car driver Kyle Larson, who said he mistakenly said the N-word while he was playing a virtual race game.
Now, listen, this is a virtual race game he was in. I've been around several NASCAR events. Yeah. I've gone to some speedways when we were doing the movie Racing Stripes. I had to do some promotions down there at speedways. I've been to Richard Petty's place, met with him, his entire family at Victory Ranch, one of the most outstanding facilities I've ever seen for disabled kids to come and be able to do everything that ordinary kids do. I mean, if you want to bowl, if you want to rock climb, if you're in a wheelchair, you want a horseback ride, whatever you want to do, they have a facility where disabled kids can do anything that able-bodied people can do, right? Mm-hmm. I've been around Dale Earnhardt Jr. I've been around Jeff Gordon. I've been around several of these guys. Some of the coolest people on the planet. So this ain't against NASCAR. Does NASCAR have a lot of blacks in it? No. Have they been trying to find a way to increase diversity? Yeah, but if you go to a NASCAR event, not really. It's a lot of rebel flags at these events. It ain't the most family-friendly atmosphere.
Are you saying you may hear the N-word?
Yeah. And so this dude's apology about it should never be said, you said it. And when you say it in a public forum like that with a helmet in a moment like that, it's because you said it before. I am telling you, it is said all the time. Problem is, he let somebody hear it.
Yeah, he got caught. The thing is, the word is a racial slur. It just is, okay? It is.
But you know what?
Go ahead, Tom.
I'm sorry, Cheryl. The thing is, y'all, is that Hispanic people say it to each other. White boys say it to each other. We say it to each other.
And that's why.
And that's the issue. But you have so many different ethnicity groups that are saying it to each other all the time. I hear white boys calling each other that all the time.
Dog.
I hear Spanish guys say it all the time to each other.
I haven't heard it a lot, but I know it exists because I watch things and I hear things. And I see groups.
And it's in all the music.
Tommy's absolutely correct.
It's in music.
It's
and let
everywhere.
me say this. The new trend, too. I'm going to tell you. TikTok videos. These kids that dance with TikTok, because I'm around younger kids, and when you look at these videos and you see these songs, these kids are dancing.
They lip syncing it. Yes,
and they lip syncing the lyrics, and it's all racist.
And they've been doing that for a while. They have.
Absolutely.
I mean,
so
the word has been in music forever. Yeah.
And I don't think a guy should lose his career. Now, if you're in a different field, if you're a news anchor person, someone that issues out authoritative information, you're in politics, that's a different business.
Big no.
That's a different business. you a sports athlete and all that, man. Hey, man, you been in locker rooms before. Have you been around? And that's what they do. And Tommy's right. He's 100% right. White dudes call each other that now. Latinos call each other that now. I saw an Asian dude talking to another Asian dude and said that one time. I see them in the car when I pull up next to them, and they be banging that music, just saying it. I can't say nothing.
Yeah, because it's there.
Well, yeah.
Now,
it's like
if you
they've
call
been given
me,
permission to do it. Yeah.
If you call me an N-word, I want you to understand something. As soon as I hear it, expect something. Just expect something. You're not going to give it to me free. I've never taken it free from a non-black, ever in my life, 63 years. And I have been in 4 racial fights in college over it and 2 afterwards. So I've been in about 6 in my life. But if you call me that, it's on and cracking. I give you my word on that.
All right, we'll be back with more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up at 20 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, Dr. Anthony Fauci, head doctor of the coronavirus pandemic task force, went on the record saying that people should just forget about shaking hands, okay? Even after COVID-19 is over. He said, forget about it. He went on to say, we've got to break that custom. Got to ask the guys, what are we going to do when we get back out there to greet people? I mean,
we're just finna say, hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
What it do?
But we're humans and we like that human contact,
Hey, man,
right?
I'll tell you
Hey.
something. Black people creative. We're going to come up with something so dope. I'm just waiting. Them boys up in New York, Brooklyn, Bronx, Harlem, they're going to come up with something. It's going to be nice. It's going to be
The
nice.
official black people handshake.
Yeah. See, that's what I would come. One of these young boys going to come up with a dope way to do it. Yeah, they thinking about it now.
Remember the Obamas came up with the fist bump and people.
You know what? You know what? Maybe we could
criticize
do
them.
like. Maybe we could do like LeBron and them do before they get in the game. You see all that crazy stuff they do, but do it without touching. It's a possible way. It's almost like a little dance they do.
Well, let's see, then you
So
be throwing
it's gonna
up
be a
gang
dance?
signs.
So we see each other, we're gonna dance.
I think when we see each other, we ought to do-si-do.
We're gonna do the wobble. What are we
Yeah,
talking
your
about?
partner by the hand, swing around like, yeah, man, I see that do-si-do. Come on now, let's go to the flow. No, don't,
We
do-si-do.
gotta come up with something. We'll be back with more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show and some trending stories at 33 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
In trending political news, the president defended his actions, but he seemed very angry during yesterday's pandemic task force briefing. The president tried to rewrite history when he gave his response to the coronavirus of why, he started late when everybody's accusing him of starting too late. Dr. Fauci was there to explain to the press that the virus warnings timetables. The president can't take criticism. We all know that. He went on the attack against the media, CNN, New York Times, and even Joe Biden. It is clear that the president of the U.S. is using the daily coronavirus briefings as a campaign rally. I think we can all agree to that.
Yeah.
Because he's on TV every day, and this is his time to do that. He also showed a campaign rally-style video to defend himself. It appears that the president simply refused to acknowledge any of his mistakes. Well, yeah, he always
Can we
doubles
have
down.
these
He never
briefings?
acknowledges it.
Can we have these briefings without him? Just the doctor and the other people, and he ain't even got to come out. We don't need him to come say nothing.
He's going to stand there because this is his make or break moment.
It's his.
This will define his candidacy right here, candidacy. Because this is one of the biggest things that has hit the globe in a long time.
Yeah, and he has the advantage because he is a president. He does hold these briefings. Joe Biden doesn't get TV time like he does, you know.
Well, this is the election for Trump. He knows that people are going to vote now based on this pandemic.
Based on this whole
Yeah.
Period.
Exactly.
And speaking of that, Wisconsin looks like, remember last week when they were standing out in the weather with their masks, social distancing, they still had to
For
go
the
vote in
primary.
the primary. Well, it looks like the primary, Joe Biden won that
Yeah,
primary
come on.
in Wisconsin.
Come on.
Yeah.
It's over. He ain't running against nobody. That's it.
Yeah, Bernie officially
and Bernie
endorsed him
officially
yesterday.
endorsed Joe Biden, saying,
Well-
we need you in the White House, Joe.
You know, look, man. This is really gotten to a point now. He has to do something because what he was touting as the best economy in the history in a long time is now turning out to be the worst economy because of the pandemic. But it's happening under his watch. So you got to eat this one. Now, he is not about the business of taking any blame for anything. We've seen this over and over and over.
Yeah,
and
he
you
won't.
can see him and his party slowly making the twist and the flip and the spin. Remember the dude that used to be on Fox, Bill O'Reilly?
Yes.
The spin factor.
Uh-huh.
They're brilliant at this, man.
Coming up, our last break of the day.
It's the last break of the day.
Perfection, Steve Harvey.
Got it from him. Hell. He
And
done
of course,
forgot how to do it.
Oh, and of course, some closing remarks from the one and only Steve Harvey coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, here we are. Last break of the day, as promised. It's been a good day, a good Tuesday, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Girl, yeah. We making it every day.
Yes, we are.
Let's take our time with this last break.
Why, Junior?
Because we going back to quiet.
Oh, yeah, back to watching the tree.
Junior, I'm finna go pull these weeds out this flower bed, Junior. That's what I'm finna do.
You're welcome.
I got me something to do.
You got something to do?
Yeah. What you gonna do?
Go out here. I'm gonna try to see if I can see the house on the other side.
Would you stop watching your neighbors?
Yeah.
What is going on?
Get a new view.
I'm gonna just go see if I can go see their. I said that's the first time I ever saw the other house. So I'm gonna go see if
Cut
I.
down edges.
Yeah,
Look at that
I'm gonna go
neighbor.
see if I can go see their house now.
We know it's hard, but enjoy this time that you have
Yeah.
away because it's not going to last forever. This too shall pass. This too. And we'll be talking
Yeah.
about remember
It'll be a memory
when?
soon.
Yeah, remember when, back when.
Y'all remember Corona? Remember we had to
Remember?
But I actually think we should do this once a year. I think a month of lockdown would be good for everybody and their families. I do.
to get a break, huh?
Yeah.
To
Take,
be
a
safe and healthy.
take a break from the world and
Well,
lock
look
up with
who's
your
talking.
family.
Man,
I
I'm
know.
Listen,
I
I
know.
got to get the hell out of here. Junior ain't with that.
I'm sorry. That was Thomas Miles. My bad. I slipped out of timing. My bad.
lock
my
ourselves
bad.
down for another month.
You ain't gonna make it, Junior.
Hell no.
But people
I'm
want
gonna
to
have
go
so
to
many
work,
charges
though.
against me.
Yeah. People do want to get back and go to work and stuff so they can make some money so they can take
Fight
care of
and
their
everything.
families. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm with Tommy with pay though.
Yeah, with
Yeah, with
pay.
pay
We
now.
could do it with
Yeah,
pay.
yeah,
Yeah. I didn't hear that part. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
lock
add
down
that.
with
Let's
pay
insert that.
Yeah. With pay.
I'll be in so many
Put that
fights.
in there.
Yeah, spend time with your families.
Yeah. But you know, in this time right here, I've really decided, and I'm trying to implore people to take a positive attitude about all of this. Now, listen, ones to this thing, I mean, my heart goes out to you. This has been an invisible thing that has happened across the world. This isn't, you know, they talk about hot spots, but this is worldwide. You know, but I've got friends in different parts of the globe, you know, in the UAE and Africa. You know, I got friends in the Bahamas. I got friends in Brazil. I got some friends in Pan-Asian countries. But you know, man, I look at all of this, and there is a bright side because this too shall pass. You know, you have to understand that you've got to fix your mind to deal with what's going on out here. You've got to get an understanding pertaining to your situation. And you got to first come to the realization that this thing that's happening to all of us ain't just happening to you. See, say it like that. This thing that's happening to all of us, it stops you from thinking this is only happening to you. It's amazing, man, how people can compartmentalize this situation and make it all about them. Like you're the only one ain't going to work. Like you're the only one ain't missing a check. Like you are not the only one that's quarantined. You're not the only one that's having to become a homeschool teacher. You're not the only one feeling stuck. It's everybody. But why are some people complaining and others are not? Well, because it's almost like the old saying, you can look at your glass half empty or you can look at your glass half full. I happen to be the half full guy. I happen to look at this thing with the hope that the God I serve is doing something on my behalf, that when he brings me through this, like he has brought me through everything else, that when I get to the other side of this, there will be the glory for it. There will be the miracle. There will be the major developments and learnings and blessings and everything that I need on the other side of this. And this is what's going to happen to millions of people. Do you hear me? Millions of people are going to come out of this on the other side and be more grateful and become more appreciative and become more acutely aware of their surroundings and what's really important to them. I don't know why God slowed the world down at this particular time. I don't know, but something's going on. And God always does things with a purpose in mind. He has a mission. And I always wanted to be the type of soldier where I paid attention to the voice when I heard it, that I always try to attune myself to the mission. Have I always done it? No, I haven't. No, I haven't. But I am at my absolute level best when I pay attention to his voice. I am at my absolute best when I yield to his word. I am at my absolute best when I lean on his promises. That's when I'm at my absolute best. God is at his absolute best when you are in the middle of your absolute worst. I've never seen him not show up on time. I've never not seen him fail to deliver the package. I've never not seen him promise to keep his promises that he made. I've never seen him fail. Not one single time. I've never seen God fail or heard of it, not one single time. And this is just one of those times. As difficult as it is, there's a victory for those that believe. I happen to believe. I'm looking for the victory. I'm looking for the bright side, the light at the end of the tunnel. God has been good to me all these years. Why would he stop now? I don't believe that. Those are my closing remarks.
Woo!
Okay, now.
Right.
Wrap it up.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.